Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, there you are, Claudia.
Hello. So we are live now. I have here on my side lovely ladies, which I will introduce in a second. Welcome. We are streaming live directly beside the house where Joseph Pilates was born. So usually we all meet here, the whole Pilates family, every 2 years to celebrate that. But this year, due to COVID, we cannot meet in person. So what we have done a live stream for you at home, but also we have some guests from the city who will come in some minutes here on the show. But now I want to introduce you first to Kathy Corey, who will guide you through the rest of our program, at least for the next step. So Kathy, who is actually the president of the International Heritage Society. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, Reiner. Thank you all for being here. I'm very happy to be here, if only virtually. And I want to thank the German Pilates Association for including us in the first German Pilates Expo.
You have an echo.
For their time and support of the Pilates in Moenchengladbach. For the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of hosting the International Pilates Heritage and working with the city officials and the schools to promote our vision of planting our roots in the birthplace of Joseph Pilates. 14 years ago, when Lolita San Miguel first came to Moenchengladbach, no one knew that Joseph Pilates was born here, and very few people knew about the Pilates. Well, that was really fair, because no one knew about Moenchengladbach either, or even how to say it. But times have changed and we have grown. The International Pilates Heritage Conference has become known as the most prestigious conference in the world, with 44 countries attending in 2019. The conference is unique because all our workshops, our events outside the classroom are equally as important. And equally as important and unique is Moenchengladbach. Being here allows us to connect our roots. It creates a bond. And by being here, we pay homage to Joseph Pilates. We bring his work home.
Kathy, just a short interruption. So sorry, but you are not coming through very clearly at the moment. Claudia and Lolita, could you mute at the moment, just for a second, and we will mute ourselves here too, which will then maybe increase the sound quality. Is that possible?
Yes, I'm hearing very bad echo.
I know.
Yes,
so Lolita, could you, and Claudia, and I will do the same here. So we are...
Reiner, am I the only one hearing that echo?
No, everyone hears it.
No, here's no echo. Where we are here at the birthplace of Joseph, we hear no echo at all. But we have the problem that actually it's quite windy here, and the data connection of Kathy is going on and away. And I asked you to actually mute yourself all. So Lolita, could you mute yourself? Is that possible for a second? I will mute here too, so we understand her better.
Mute me.
So.
Good. Lolita, you are muted.
Okay. Kathy, you can continue. Thank you.
Shall I start from the beginning?
To be very honest,
yes. Okay.
I think it's best.
Okay. This is going live, and we are so happy to be here. Take 2. I'm happy to be here, if only virtually. And I want to thank the German Pilates Association for including us in the first German Pilates Festival. I also really need to thank the city of Moenchengladbach for their time and support of Pilates in Moenchengladbach. For the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of hosting the International Pilates Heritage Congress and working with the city and the school officials to promote our vision of Pilates and planting our roots in the birthplace of Joseph Pilates. 14 years ago, when Lolita San Miguel first came to Moenchengladbach, no one knew that Joseph Pilates was born here, and very few people even knew about the Pilates method. That was really only fair because no one knew about Moenchengladbach either, or even how to say it. But times have changed, and we have grown. The International Pilates Heritage Congress has become known as the most prestigious congress in the world, with 44 countries attending in 2019. The Congress is unique because while our workshops and classes are important, our events outside the classroom are equally as important, and our connection to one another. Equally as important and unique is Moenchengladbach. Being here allows us to feel our connection to our roots. It creates a bond. And by being here, we pay homage to Joseph Pilates. We bring his work home to him. The Pilates method has quite rightly exploded around the world. But that explosion is missing a vital piece. That piece is heritage, that piece is legacy, that piece is having a home. And here we are together, some of us in body and all of us in spirit, at the birthplace of Mr. Pilates, and we are home. We are here today in celebration of the Pilates method and the progress we have made with the city of Moenchengladbach. Our union with this city began 10 years ago when Lolita San Miguel first placed the plaque of Joseph Pilates next to his birthhouse, which now receives visitors from around the world year-long. Our union continues, and our connection with Moenchengladbach continues. Our Congress will be held once again here, May 2022. We were supposed to be here together this year, but due to COVID, we've postponed for 1 year. The newly formed International Pilates Heritage Society has now partnered with the city of Moenchengladbach to embark on several new exciting projects. For the last 5 years, the school system in Moenchengladbach has welcomed us to teach classes to both students and teachers. This will continue with the Pilates Heritage City celebration, with over 1,000 students participating in outdoor classes. This was postponed from 2020 due to COVID, but we will reschedule as soon as the restrictions allow. This will be only the beginning of our program to have Pilates as an ongoing program of the school curriculum. We are also excited to announce our plans for an educational center that would be a private studio for Pilates training and hold mini workshops featuring teachers from around the world. It would also be the headquarters for the International Pilates Heritage Society, whose goal is to promote the health and well-being of Pilates and the benefits of Pilates worldwide from where it all began. And we are discussing the first Pilates Museum dedicated to the history of the work with original equipment, videos, and photos. There's no better place for these visions to come to fruition, and we are grateful to the city of Moenchengladbach. We are grateful that they share our visions. We have the opportunity to create a home for Pilates. Moenchengladbach gave Mr. Pilates to the world. Now we bring the world of Pilates home to Moenchengladbach. And now I'm very honored to introduce the Oberbürgermeister, the Lord Mayor of Moenchengladbach, Mr. Felix Wolfgang Heinrichs.
Very warm welcome to dear friends of Josep Pilates, we say in Germany. My name is Felix Heinrichs. I'm the Lord Mayor of Moenchengladbach. I welcome you here at the memorial plaque for Joseph Pilates. You see it, the young man behind me. And directly next to his birthplace, we see the house he was born behind me too. Here his heart continues to beat posthumously, and you all have part in that. Thank you for your engagement. This year's commemoration of Joseph Pilates is not taking place in the usual way because Corona is changing so much these days. There are very few of us here, while in previous years there was always a large gathering of Pilates friends from several countries. However, I'm very happy that this year's ceremony will be streamed live and spread all over the world via social media, so that many enthusiastic people will be part of it after all. A warm welcome to you all too. Among them are such important initiatives as Lolita San Miguel and Casey Corey, who both live in America and have worked for many years to enable Joseph Pilates to remember it in the city of his birth in the way he deserves. Lolita San Miguel is the last living Pilates instructor who studied with Joseph Pilates himself. It's a great pleasure to meet you and to say welcome to you too, Mrs. Lolita San Miguel. But also Claudia Holtmanns Linden, Stefanie Rahn and Reiner Grootenhuis are important multipliers in the memory of this special man. Welcome here in Moenchengladbach. I have been Lord Mayor of the city of Moenchengladbach since November last year. As a person interested in sports, I have known the life story of Joseph Pilates for a long time because he's the son of this city. I'm always very happy when Moenchengladbach is also known in other regions and countries, be it through an internationally active company, a new development, or a good idea, or even through sports. And I'm not only talking about our football team Borussia Mönchengladbach, but also of Joseph Pilates. Born here in this house behind us in 1883, he went out into the world at a young age. First to England, where he caused a sensation with his method, then in 1926 to America, where he opened his first Pilates studio with his wife Clara. Even during his lifetime, he made a name for himself, as evidenced by many newspaper clippings. Who knows how far his method would have spread back then if Facebook and Instagram has already existed. Nevertheless, he was something of an influencer of his time, and one whose message has endured until today. Today, there is probably hardly a country in the world where Pilates is not practiced yet. Despite it all this, there were and still are many people who do not know that the inventor of this ingenious training was born in the Lower Rhine area in our city, and not in Düsseldorf or even in America. The Pilates Heritage Society has been working for years to change this fact. Already in 2011, through the commitment of Lolita San Miguel, at that time with my predecessor in the office, Lord Mayor Norbert Bude, this commemorative plaque was erected here. Since 2009, an ever-growing group of Pilates trainers has also met here every 2 years for a congress in Haus Erholung. As I was told, in 2019 there were participants from more than 40 nations, and this is a great benefit for the city of Moenchengladbach, especially for its image. Exactly this weekend, the Congress should actually have been taking place again. It is all the more pleasing that we can nevertheless hold a Corona-appropriated celebration today in a very small circle here at this place. This is also a sign of how tirelessly and with what intensity this project is being driven forward. Even a worldwide lockdown cannot stop it. So much commitment is remarkable, and there are already concrete plans for the future, and I'm happy to support you in your ideas. Many thanks for your commitment to Lolita San Miguel and Kathy Corey. Say hi via Facebook and Instagram, as well as to Claudia Holtmanns Linden, the local organizer, who first invented Lolita San Miguel to Germany in 2009, and thus laid the foundation for the whole development. Thanks also to Mr. Grootenhuis. He's here. They changed it. Without whom an event like this would not be feasible at all. Through the forums he founded, he unites thousands of Pilates trainers worldwide, many of whom are certainly watching us today. Let us use this positive energy and look forward. The next Congress will surely bring many Pilates enthusiasts to our city again. And then I will certainly meet Miss Corey and Miss San Miguel in person. I hope so. Thank you very much. Good luck for your meeting today, and stay healthy. See you again in Moenchengladbach. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lord Mayor Felix Wolfgang Heinrichs. That was really so great to have you here in person today. Thank you for coming. Really great. So I want to introduce to you who do not know her, Claudia, who's also here via Zoom, which needs to unmute in a second. Claudia and I go back a very, very long time. I think even before 2011, when I for sure met her here at the flag, at the ceremony with Lolita, and it was a wonderful moment. And since then, we have worked together endlessly with Kathy to promote the idea here in the birth town of Joseph Pilates. So, Claudia, with further ado, please. Claudia? Claudia, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you?
Yes, perfect. It's time for you.
Okay, you want me to start?
Yes.
Yes. So hello all together, all dear Pilates friends all around the world. Now, I'm a little sad that this year, for the first time in all these years, I'm not there in person in Moenchengladbach. But so I'm all the more pleased that despite the extraordinary situation, we can celebrate the Pilates Day together via Zoom and Facebook. So thank you, Reiner. It wouldn't be possible without you. I am particularly grateful as well to the new mayor, Mr. Heinrichs, who was also there today, or still is. Thank you very much for taking your time on a Sunday afternoon. As Kathy Corey already said, it was Lolita's vision in 2009 when she came to Moenchengladbach for the first time to make Joe Pilates more known in his birthplace. And since then, Lolita, Kathy, but also Reiner and I have been working on making Joe Pilates and his ingenious method more popular in his home country. And with the support of Michael Schroeren and Christoph Dohmen, we have come a little closer to our goal in the last years, and we are very pleased that we were also able to inspire Mr. Heinrichs and his team for our project. So as you heard already, we have many plans for the future, because Moenchengladbach should not only be the location for the Congress, but also a training center and education center for Pilates teachers, and especially for school sports teachers, to integrate Pilates in the school program. And I think Moenchengladbach is a perfect place to start with. So we are already in close contact with the city, with the schools, and with the city administration, and I'm very excited to be part of this project, and thank you, Lolita and Kathy, for your trust. I hope that we all meet together next year in Moenchengladbach for the next Congress, and I think we will have so much fun, and we have a big party to celebrate the beginning of a new era of Pilates and the end of Corona. So stay healthy, and all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day.
and hope to see you soon. Lots of love.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you so much. So, and it's an absolute pleasure for me to introduce now to you the new president of the Pilates Association in Germany, Deutscher Pilatesverband, Stefanie Rahn, who is at the moment celebrating Pilates in whole Germany. And maybe she can talk a little bit about what she's doing there.
Well, thank you, Reiner. Okay, thank you, Reiner. Yeah, we are celebrating our Pilates festival all over Germany. There are about 40, 50 teachers and studios who are celebrating around the whole country. So, but especially, I wanted to say something different. This is even more important to me, because celebration, as Claudia said, we can celebrate. We do this next year all together and live. Today, I had the plan to tell you that I read something a few weeks ago. And I read something that made me immediately think of Mr. Pilates. I read a quote from Buckminster Fuller. Maybe you know him. He lives at about the same time and place as Mr. Pilates. And he was also a great visionary. And he said, every time man makes a new experiment, he always learns more. He cannot learn less. And when I read this quote, my idea was, Joseph Pilates could have said that too. And for me, as a Pilates teacher and as a president of the German Pilates Association, it is so important to keep on trying, to keep on experimenting, to keep on learning, to be inquisitive, to be encouraged. Because for me and for us, as the association, this is the way to preserve the vision of Joseph Pilates, especially in times like this. And one of our experiments within our big festival this year, one of our experiments took place 2 days ago. We had the idea to organize a meeting with other European Pilates associations. And when we began to organize it, we had 2 countries on our list. And 2 days ago, when we met to start our festival this year, to start this big German festival, there were 24 people from 8 countries. And Kathy Corey, thanks a lot to Kathy. Also Kathy joined us. And the vision of all the participants of this meeting, the vision in Europe, the vision is to convince our governments to accept Pilates as a strong. And in times of Corona and even after Corona, this seems to us so important. And so I finish again with the quote, every time man makes new experiment, he always learns more. He cannot learn less. So please make experiments and learn more. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefanie. Wow, yeah. What a great quote from Buckminster Fuller. So, as you may be hearing, we are still live here outside. So, bicycles are coming through, people are coming around, which is really nice to see life back on the streets. So, my next guest here on that hot seat will be Christoph Dohmen. And Christoph Dohmen works with us, which means Kathy and Claudia and me, for quite a while for our school projects we plan here in this wonderful city. And by the way, we infected him a little bit, so he actually became a client of mine for a while and practiced Pilates for himself, which was really nice, and his wife too. So Christoph, please.
Yes, thanks, Reiner. Dear Pilates family out there, we are here to honor Joseph Pilates, who was born here on the 9th of December, 1883. We are gathered here at this place to honor an extraordinary man, and I'm convinced that one day this place will be named after him. just like the method is named after him. When we talk about Pilates, we talk about a person and a method. While talking amongst friends about Pilates, I was asked if the method has something to do with the guys. And maybe one day people will ask me if this place, this name, has something to do with the method and the person. It's a nice place, isn't it? It's a place where you often hurry past. And it is a place where you sit and relax. It's a place to see his birthplace, and it's a place to be seen. It's a place to remember such a fascinating person and to be proud that he was born here. And it is a place that reminds you to keep fit and do a Pilates session again. Thanks, Reiner. I was not only fascinated by the event 2 years ago, which was the most international event I've ever participated here. The introduction to the Pilates method by Claudia and Reiner made me curious. And shortly after the last Congress, I had my first session at Reiner's well-equipped studio. This was not my last one. I hope to become a regular student in Reiner's studio again, and COVID-19 allows me to. And I would like to meet everyone at the next Pilates Heritage Congress here in Moenchengladbach next year. See you.
Thank you so much, Christoph. What lovely words, and it will be good to see you back in the studio. Yeah. So, it's time for our guest of honor, and I think, Kathy, you will be the one introducing her, right?
Yes, I will. Lolita San Miguel is a first-generation Pilates teacher who's been practicing Pilates for over 60 years. She started her studies of body movement at the age of 7 as a ballet student and had a distinguished career in dance starting at the age of 15. She fell in love with the Pilates method and apprenticed with Joe and Clara Pilates, being certified by Joseph Pilates in 1967. I have a quote from Lolita. One of the most memorable moments of my life occurred on May 7th, 2011, when a large group of Pilates teachers, devotees, and my disciples and I placed a plaque honoring Joseph Pilates at the site of his birth in Moenchengladbach. What began 10 years ago continues to grow today thanks to Lolita. And it's a great thanks to my dear friend, Lolita San Miguel.
So, Lolita, would you be kindly unmute yourself? I would do it for you if I could, but I cannot from here. It's always in the hands of the person in front of the Zoom call. If you are on the computer, it's usually in the left lower corner, right?
Right now.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Good. Okay. Well, am I on?
Yes.
Yes.
I am? Okay. Well, happy Pilates Day. Happy Mother's Day. It's indeed a happy day. And I wish to thank all of you, and certainly the Lord Mayor and of Moenchengladbach, and the many other people that have contributed to my dream, really, because I had a very disappointing experience, and Claudia was a witness to that experience when she had called me and said, come here and teach a course for my people. And I said, where do you live? And she said, Dusseldorf, near Dusseldorf. And I said, are you anywhere near Moenchengladbach? And she said, oh, 20 minutes away by car. With that did it. I said, of course. I went, and one condition, I said, we go to Moenchengladbach to celebrate Pilates Day, which was the first Saturday of the month of May. And that's how the whole thing started, when I asked over 100 people in the audience to come and talk to me. And when they did, I was absolutely shocked. And I don't shock easily, but I was really shocked because they didn't know who I was talking about. They had come because it was a free lesson, but they had no idea whom I was speaking about, Joseph Pilates. And here I thought that when I went there, I mean, like, I was coming there to celebrate their national hero, or the city hero at least. Well, Claudia had to bear with me and my disappointment, which was great. And but she worked very hard, and I am very grateful to Mrs. Linden, because it is now Mrs. Linden, of which I am very delighted also, and Renata Sabongi, who was one of my disciples at the time and was another person who got on the bandwagon and said, we're going to change this. We are going to change this. Well, little did I think when I was at the Met in my 20s, and I was one of the flying Valkyries. You know, we went up on wires and we flew around, supposedly the Rhine, that someday I would be very much in touch with the Rhine, that I would feel very comfortable in that area, because it is amazing how happy all of us feel when we are there, and how easy it is to transport ourselves to his time in this place. And when I first went there, I said to myself, my God, I feel him in the air. I feel him. And I said, but I better not say anything, because they'll say that I'm losing it. So I didn't say a word. So then when the rest of the people came, and Brett Howard, I remember, looked at me in the face and said, you know, Lolita, I really feel Joe. And I thought, oh, that's great. I'm not losing it. And then other people kept saying the same thing. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it is that street. And I was shown by her Gerda Lammers, who was the librarian at the time. I was shown 12 homes where he had lived. So I got to know that area quite well, and then I was shown where we placed the plaque where he was born. And it was absolutely special. And there's that linden tree, linden like Mrs. Linden over there, and that is just, it was put there for us, I think, because it's the perfect spot for our beautiful plaque. And I have to tell you that this is the program of 2011, the memorial program. That you have it also. Yes, this is history in the making. We have others, but none as special as this one. And one of the last times I went to Moenchengladbach, I was I got into a taxi to get up the hill to House Erholm, and the taxi driver said, "Why are you here?" And I said, "Well, came to a conference." He said, "You going up to a Pilates conference?" I said, "Yes." And he said, "Well, did you know he was born here?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And I was so proud because back at the beginning, I went to an ice cream parlor. They didn't know while I was here. When I told them why I was there, they didn't react, this lady. And a taxi driver once said, "Oh yeah, there's this lady." He said he was taking some people to the hotel. And he said, "Why are you here?" So they said, "Well, we came to the Pilates conference." And they said, "Oh, yes, yes." And he says, "There's this little lady that runs around with all these people." And they really do talk about him, and they promote him, and they come here regularly. And then, I'm now 86. I felt that it was really overwhelming for me because I was also traveling 12 and 14 trips a year abroad. And I looked around and I picked the right person. I said, there has to be someone who really loves this like I do and who will really get involved with this. And I picked Kathy Corey. And I picked extremely well, very well, because I have had the pleasure of seeing the Congress grow, and a lot of the things that I thought, we could have all these people, and I've seen it happen. Our last conference was so very successful that it was a shame that, but I don't think we have lost the momentum. I think the moment we start again to promote it, because so many have asked me, "Are you having one this year?" And I said, "No, we don't feel it's quite time yet. But next year, we already have reservations made. And Kathy has reserved hotels and venue. So we're raring to go next year. So you take good care of yourself. And I'll take good care of myself, too, because I want to be there with you. All right? And I thank again Reiner and Kathy and Claudia, who have kept the impetus, and certainly Reiner and the Lord Mayor of the town. At the beginning, I have to say, they thought, "Oh, who are these people? They come from America." And we have a couple of pages on Joseph Pilates. His vocation was brewer. So, who is this lady that's making such a fuss over this person? But we showed them too. And then they became very cooperative and very interested. And many have tried the method. And many have started going and taking class. And I'm sure they are much better. Huh? I'm sure they're much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
And any of them that are not involved with taking class, we've got to get them in there. So I think I passed my 3 minutes.
It's fine.
So a kiss to all of you, and good luck to you, Stefanie. You are such a valuable person to us. And Reiner, let me have the review of my book.
You will have it. It's a wonderful book. Just want to say something. It's a wonderful biography she has written about her life, and it's such a pleasure to have a living person who actually tells her story by herself. Because we know that your first Pilates teacher, Carola Trier, she also started to write a biography, but never finished. But you are living here with us, and you finished your own biography, and that is much better than others have to tell your story later. So thank you so much for sending it to me, and it's a pleasure to read it. It's really great. I enjoy every minute, and the photos are brilliant. So all the photos remind me of having you also here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Yes, I want to. Well, first of all, I want to thank everyone for being here. But I also wanted to make sure that this is only the beginning of our work in Moenchengladbach together. Our next International Pilates Heritage Congress will be held May 6th, 7th, and 8th in 2022. Yes, as Lolita said, we were supposed to be there and together this year, but COVID has postponed us. But that has not dampened our spirits of wanting to be together. The registration for the Congress is going to open on the 1st of September. The website is pilates-heritage.com, and once again, we're going to feature wonderful teachers from around the world. We will have Bon Pilates as our equipment sponsor, but really you're going to have to join us because it's going to include amazing events that can only take place here in Moenchengladbach. So Lolita and I will be waiting for you and welcoming you. We will definitely want to see you next May in Moenchengladbach. Now,
I think that is Suus Wilms, who is hi there, Suus, who is giving
yes, so Suus is now going to, we have some little Pilates special work for you from Suus Wilms. So grab your magic circles, and Suus is going to lead us in a magic circle routine to awaken and refreshen us. Take it away, Suus.
Thank you all for joining. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Lolita, Claudia, Stefanie, and the Lord Burgermeister and Christoph for joining us here today live in Moenchengladbach at Mother's Day. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use the ring. And I don't know if I'm in vision when I'm standing, but I hope. Place your feet in alignment with the sit bones. Evenly spread the weight. And then the fist width in between the feet. Knees are unlocked. Go with your focus to your pelvis. Rock your pelvis backwards and forward so the pelvis goes back and forward. Find your neutral position for your pelvis today. Then lengthen the spine up, crown up towards the sky, and a nice big smile across the chest and across the back. Shoulder blades slide down the back. Now we're going to use the circle not just by pressing, but we're going to pull as well. So place your magic circle in front of the chest. Hands are on the outside, elbows are wide, chest stays as wide as possible horizontally. Inhale, pull, exhale, press. Inhale, pull, exhale and press. Inhale, pull. Now try to stay tall and beautiful, and then try to open up the chest. Shoulders stay wide as you pull out. Exhale, press. Inhale, pull. Now we're going to straighten the arms forward. Inhale and exhale. Gently lower the arms while pushing and pulling. Inhale, exhale. Bring the arms up towards the ceiling and then lower the arms again down. Try to press and pull with the whole arm instead of just with the hands. Keep the shoulders down, the back. Keep the arms open. Now inhale, elevate, and exhale, depress. Inhale, elevate while maintaining a slight pull on the ring. One more, inhale, and exhale. Now balance onto your left leg. Lift the right knee up. Cross the right foot across over the left leg. Inhale, reach and bend over to the right. And back center. And inhale, over to the right. Keep the smile across the chest, across your face, which you can't see at the moment. We're smiling, but with the mask you won't see it. And now stay in center. Lift the right knee up, balance, stay here, and now lower it down. Press the right foot on the floor. Lift the left knee up. Cross the left foot, place it next to the right. Inhale, bend to the left. And back center. Keep the mild tension on the ring, pull, and back center. Now try to open from the torso, not lean into the hip. And one more, stay center. Lift the left knee up, balance, stay here. One more, and place it down. Lower the arms. Circle the arms up and around. Up and around. Reverse the circle. And now place your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And you're going to bring the arms forward. Bring the arms to the right. Your right hand is inside the circle. The left hand is inside the circle. You're going to push with the right and you're going to pull simultaneously with the left. And inhale, press, exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. Now try to keep the shoulders horizontally the same. And press. One more. And press. Now balance onto the right leg. Lift up the left leg, abduction. Now lower the leg as you push. Out and in. Press the ring out and in. And press out. And in. Last one. Press out and in. Lower the arms. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Left hand on the inside. Right. And press out and push. Press out and push. Like you're shooting bow and arrow. And push. Last one. Now stay here. Focus and balance on the left leg. Abduction with the right leg. Lower the leg. Pull. Out. In. And out. And in. Shoulders stay down. And push. And pull. Last one. And back. Center. Then place your feet in alignment with your sit bones again. We're going to place the arms inside the circle, just below the elbow. Press, and then rotate the arms. From this position, you're going to open the arms out and center. If it's not that comfortable, just place it until it's comfortable. Press out and in. And out and in. Now, lower the arms. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Lift it up. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And down. Keep breathing. Last one. Then stay up with the arms. Keep the mild tension out. Now we're going to side bend to the right. Inhale, bend to the right. Now reach through the right arm to lift it up. Bend to the left. Reach through the left arm and up. Bend to the right. Lengthen through the right arm and up. Bend to the left. And reach and up. Then bend to the right. Now we're going around the world. So you're going down, center, around, and up. And to the left, center, around, and up. Now place the feet a little bit wider into Pilates V, and we're going to do the same. Inhale, reach to the right. Lower down, center, all the way around, to the left. Last one, down. And as we come up now, try to balance onto the right leg. Reach the left leg, up, up, up. Place the foot down and go into center. Up on the left side. Balance and lift the right leg up and down and center. Circle the arms back and back. And one more. Shoulders forward and back. Then we're going to take the circle and we're going to place the circle vertical behind the head. This way we're going to press and pull to open up the chest. Press and pull and press and pull and press and pull. Last two. Press and pull, and the last one. Lift it up and lower the arms down. Roll down, place the roller of the magic circle on the floor. Inhale, reach the arms up. Prayer position down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Prayer position down. Last one. Reach it up. Prayer position down. Thank you all for joining us here in Moenchengladbach.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Suus, for that wonderful little refresher on our magic circle. So I would like to close by saying thank you to everyone who has joined us today, with particular thanks to the Lord Mayor, Wolfgang, Felix Wolfgang Heinrichs, also to Stefanie Rahn for joining us, President of the German Pilates Association, to Christoph Dohmen, who has worked with us with the city of Moenchengladbach in helping our projects come to fruition, to Reiner, who has just been an amazing help in organization, and with whom we could not do any of these projects without him, and to Claudia Holtmanns Linden, who also has been absolutely an invaluable part of all of these projects with organization, time, and energy. To Suus for that lovely leading of the Magic Circle, and of course to Lolita San Miguel for joining us and for being our inspiration. So I want to thank everyone for joining us today, and looking forward to seeing you once again, Moenchengladbach, in May 2022. Thank you all so very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Special thanks to everybody. Thank you all for joining us in this live. That was the first one for us, doing it by Instagram and Facebook. I want to thank also especially Lydia and Gianfranco, which you have not seen, but they were behind the scenes holding the computer screen here, holding the camera, so making sure that you all can hear and see us. Thank you all so much, and bye-bye. Cheers.